Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Star Wars The Clone Wars Republic Heroes, and with any hope and luck, maybe I'll remember the name of this game. It's too long. We're playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi and a secondary co-op character that he is a Jedi, I know that much, but anything else beyond that, I have no clue as to what he did, if he did anything important in the Clone Wars cartoon or otherwise. And you can see I got close enough to trigger the cutscene. Let's see, which way are we going, I guess? Which way first? Over here to get the artifacts. So, it seems like the move is to save up about 20 to 40,000 points. So you can purchase more updates along the lines of always having the combo meter filled, which might get you more points. We got a point multiplier going right now, so I really should be playing Pac-Man here. And I missed out on some opportunity there. You can definitely tell that there's a level to how much they were willing to commit. Seriously, where am I supposed to go? Like, am I supposed to be over here and jump? Is there a doorway I'm supposed to use the Force on that I'm not seeing? No, I just needed to double jump on the elevator. You have these whole, like, collections of small areas with not much going on. Maybe there'll be some droids. Here we've got a guy that's just over here. Here we have the ship that Anakin flies in the first movie. So apparently these are not not like too far away from that idea. And destroy the droids using only other droids. Alright, let's try this.
Can they do that? Someone stop that Jedi!
I enjoy a good challenge, don't you?
Yes. But do you enjoy losing?
And these challenges are clearly would have been better suited if you weren't playing on easy and also challenging the other people. Uh-oh. They've just introduced the concept of us getting platinum, which means all of the quests I've done before where I've only gotten gold means I was not doing as good as possible. Well, that kind of stinks, but it doesn't really change too much. I suppose these ships in the background might be slightly improved over the ones we'd seen before. We should see, can we knock this guy off the edge? Sort of, yes. There's no way to throw your like See this blinking light here? It strikes me as something that you might have wanted to target or throw a lightsaber at, but you know, that just because it doesn't really make sense. And you have to be at a taller point to do that jump,
Master Kenobi.
which means you don't get to use that jump very often.
Cody, I need you to divert all power to the station's deflector shields. Do you copy?
It's slightly cool, the idea of droids just throwing themselves through space.
We'll take care of the reactor. You get to the control room and reinforce those shields.
See, back to these cartoon cutscenes that are a good 2 or 3 levels higher than what they should be. It's interesting here, it says it's been 12 minutes, and I got platinum this time. It clearly hasn't been 12 minutes. I've left the game paused for several hours. We also missed an artifact.
General Kenobi, we've reached the lower decks.
We cannot allow any more droids to board the station, Private. How long until you can fortify the deflector shields?
It's gonna take some time.
Time is something we do not have, Private.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll figure something out.
I'm counting on it.
You heard the General. Let's get more power to those shield generators.
I personally don't feel like
This console controls the bridge. We'll need to slice it to get across.
I don't feel like Star Wars was ever really a militaristic show, movie series. That was something that existed, certainly, but it was not something that I think was as big of a focus.
Short circuit the console, you can. Rotate the rings and align the power plates to charge the core. Use the buttons to select the ring you wish to move.
So we rotate it this way.
In no time.
Wow. They really should have put that menu
We've got
in the
droids.
middle of the screen. But I guess because this is a co-op game, they couldn't do that.
Soft shell. I'm as tough as the next one.
And we're playing as the droids again, so... so we can throw things. Nice fire animation around the life bar ring. I would argue part of the problem here is that these life bars are taking up way too much space. So out. Now there we go.
Droids everywhere. Keep it tight. Keep the soft shell safe. Call me Switch. Just keep your head down, Trooper. That's how it's done, boss. We turned the formation into a scrap pile.
It's not terrible playing as these guys, which, generally speaking, I think playing as a stormtrooper in a Star Wars game probably has a lot of potential to really suck. It would be nice if there was some challengers or something.
Serviceway will lead us right to the main shield control room.
Seems like all of these bombs are exactly the same. So I can just enjoy throwing several of these things.
Pack quite a zap.
You should have cloned someone who knows how to fight.
I don't get that statement. I thought these were stormtroopers, not clone troopers. Are we already into the clone troopers in the Clone Wars? I guess that's the name of the game, so
Don't worry.
that's
they're just
possible.
clones.
Clones switch off droids with extreme prejudice.
Maybe that explains why Anakin is being called a general, when in my opinion he's too young for something like that.
Great. We're cut off.
Like,
We'll have to go around. Who said anything about
now
going
we've got a
around?
new gun.
Move the reticle, you can. A target you must seek.
So hold down Y and find something to shoot. Seems like that was something to shoot. Then you're back to grenades, so you don't get to keep the gun for very long. Can't just punch the thing, you have to actually wait for the prompt and then hit X.
Beware. Red in color are the exposed panels. Align them and reset will the circuit be. And start again. You must.
Alright. So that adds a level of challenge to make sure you get the puzzle done in a certain way. Probably more challenge than you would normally expect for a kid's game. So that, and then out, and nope, not that. Oh, that wasn't bad. Too bad.
Keep blasting.
I should just keep throwing things. Destroying boxes doesn't seem to guarantee payment in the form of points, however, which that seems weird. There's kind of a considerably high.
Some circuits, secondary conductors they have. Blue they are. Primary conductors share power with secondary conductors on the same ring. Align the secondary conductors as well to get power to the center.
Alright. So you have to get the blue and the green lined up. Destroy droids in any way you choose. Alright. It seems like I can just throw bombs and grenades non-stop. Are these explosive enough to hit both of them? And by just standing where I need to stand, I get an infinite number of bombs. And see, that gave me gold. These challenges are not balanced right. That's pretty obvious. That some of these challenges you'll get gold, some of these challenges you will just get platinum.
This last console should do it. We've got rollies incoming.
Come on. I wonder if you have to use this for gold, like in the Lego games.
This wreckage. It's a Jawa's dream.
All these references. And that extra damage. Not super helpful right now. Collect an artifact and we'll run around. Apparently you can't run around the back side. It's blocked off. Interesting. And there's not really a way to open doors as a clone trooper. I suppose that's what they should be called now, if that's what they're saying they are. Nope.
Good work, soft shell. The deflector shields appear to be holding, sir, but there are already
Because
plenty of players
so
on board.
if you can't open doors, there's there's no secrets, the game's gonna be pretty straightforward. Which is fine if this was for very, very, very early youth games. Frankly, I think that's a little ridiculous. It only took 7 minutes to do this level. That there are no better hidden secret areas with different
Master
paths.
Kenobi, I don't think we're alone.
Because I put this game at a level of something that would be appropriate for an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, preteen, teenager game. I wouldn't put this as a 4, 5, 6-year-old game where I might put the Legos. No, they've switched us around, and I think they've done a good idea here where they're having us they're having us play as every character at least once.
We've walked into a trap.
I guess because I walked into a trap, I can't come back here and just make sure that there's no collectible that worth getting. Okay, that's a mine.
Slide under some droids. You can. Attack from below, you must.
Alright, so we can do this and do a pretty cool move. I'm not sure how much it really is worth it to play so obsessively in a game like this. Since there's just this shop element. Hey, look, the floor tilts. Interesting. And you can jump on top or swing. Still kind of... Let's see. Also, you can just slide off the edge and kill yourself, apparently. Still a lot of opportunity to take damage.
The inner workings of Jumanine are quite formidable.
While I agree, this isn't exactly the tour of the station I was looking forward to.
I'm not sure how you're supposed to take out the mines. They're definitely trying to make this a little bit more child-friendly by having you fight droids, as if droids are the only enemy that ever existed in the Star Wars universe, which they really aren't. In fact, in all honesty, they want an enemy of any sort for the entire series until you get into episode 1. One jump doesn't land you there. You have to kind of double jump here, then double jump here, then double jump here, then come over here, double jump here, and kind of, let's just ignore that. And like, there's a checkpoint here, so I guess maybe now I'm safe to jump back and collect these.
I've seen remotes with the targeting systems.
Yeah, I'm still not exactly sure what the point is of the extra. Like, what is the point of extra damage playing on easy? Because you pretty much kill everything in one hit no matter what. Alright. And I guess you are supposed to just phase those people. Where am I? This is some awkward level design, in all honesty. It's not something I normally expect in a kid's game, going back and forth instead of having a standard implementation where you start in one place and move in that same direction every time.
Jump onto the chameleon droid and attack to take it over. Move the droid around, you can. Fun it is, yes. Mines you can prompt the droid to lay. Limited they are, however. When empty the droid is, explode it will.
Okay, so I can do that. Good to know. Death is so unimportant in this game, except for the fact that it wastes your time slightly. I guess maybe in this instance, though, I'm supposed to come over here and do that. I guess that was what I was supposed to do. The game didn't fully explain itself very well there. And the sweeping robot just swept up the mine.
I could be mistaken, Master, but I think someone is trying to kill us.
That's a pretty funny cutscene.
This looks like the reactor core Cody was talking about.
It really does feel like they may be taking cutscenes out of the cartoon, however. Now, it'll be interesting to see how the Jedi hack these. Well, I just threw my lightsaber in there and that worked. And you have to hold the left trigger, it seems, to swing, or you won't even grab the item. I would have preferred the hacking minigame some more, honestly. Just tapping X doesn't really do anything.
Our altitude does not concern me. The condition of Juma 9, however, is another matter.
What's funny is I've never heard of Juma 9, so this all feels pretty unimportant to me. Like, when they mentioned Naboo, that was something that was a planet I recognized. Another kind of difficult challenge here. The controls aren't great to start with, so introducing platforming to this level seems like it's a little too much for a kid's game again. Seems like I might have been able to jump up and grab some of these. But I'm gonna have to be careful to change my direction. So I go up here and then jump this way to get up here. And then you see this more often than you would suspect, where you'll have an alcove that you can jump back and forward in, but it's much deeper. It has much more depth than the average width of a character. So if there's something to collect, as there was in that instance, it becomes a much different experience. I guess you cannot make that jump. But I can make this jump and do more of this. And I'm just tapping X, and I assume that's what I'm supposed to do. It's pretty empty, this game. They started well enough, having a decent collection of characters, but now we've hit this point where there's barely any droid to even fight, let alone say a Darth Maul like character, some kind of Sith, some kind of group. Like, heck, I would take the flying creatures that sort of worked for Jabba as the Hutt's father. They should be around. Or I'd just take random enemies. One would have thought that the Clone Wars would have introduced some new enemies and some new story.
I think it's time we swept the decks clean.
Well, that was an awkward jump. Alright, let's take this, hit X once, and then come over here and see if that blows anything up. Well, that seemed to work, so one assumes that's what they wanted me to do. I'm still not sure if I'm spinning things or what's causing things to spin. I think it would make the most sense that the laying of the mines is blowing up the energy field in the center and causing it to spin. That's what makes the most sense. But who knows what the real truth of the matter might be. It might just be spinning because we killed all the enemies. Seriously, another one of these? Well, this one might be a little bit quicker. Like, even the game knows this is boring. Let's just try killing all these guys and not setting off any more bombs. Those force pushes do strike me as something useful. Collect the most points in the time limit.
I do enjoy a challenge.
As do I, so I hope you can provide one.
So, we're really just playing Pac-Man here, collecting as many points as possible.
Grow within you. The path to victory, this is.
I have no idea what that meant, or why that happened right then. Maybe I've just collected enough points. Alright, well. On to yet another one of these.
Destroy all of them.
This is where it ends, droid.
You gotta charge to up the force if you're gonna kill him with it, though.
The reactor core is safe, for now at least.
Master Kenobi, aside from its proximity to the Rylo system, this station has little military value. We should contact Skywalker immediately.
Yeah.
Call him or ask for help.
General Skywalker, do you read me? Ahsoka Tano, do you
I kind of
copy? It
miss
appears the Separatist fleet is
playing
jamming our
as
transmissions.
Skywalker.
Perhaps we can use the station's high-powered
He's the
transmitters to punch
main
through.
person
I
you'd
hope
want to
so,
play
Master
as in a
Kenobi.
game like this.
I feel danger is
And I
close
feel
at
like
hand.
it's cool to every now and then play as a clone trooper or stormtrooper, whatever you call it. But in all honesty, I feel like when you start playing as Obi-Wan, when you start playing as just another Jedi that I don't recognize, that's too much diversion, too many different characters to play as. If you needed a third style of character to play as, it would be R2-D2 C-3PO, I think, before Obi-Wan, or some random Jedi. Anyways, it's been another 30 minutes. It took us 15 minutes to do Juma 9. Well, at least this section of it. So the levels are getting a little bit longer, but they're also getting kind of repetitive. The elements are getting repetitive. The enemies are very, very repetitive. Even the lines of dialogue are either completely missing or slightly obvious and repetitive. So I imagine this isn't going to be a long game, hopefully. And I imagine this isn't going to be a game that you'd want to play more than once. And so far it's doing a decent job at being kid-friendly. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me, give me something on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.